Good afternoon. My name is Timothy Vincent. I'm here to talk to you about guns. Guns have been a part of American society for many years as protected by the Second Amendment of the Constitution that gives Americans the right to bear arms. 3 out of 10 American adults personally own a gun. Most of these individuals say that the right to own firearms and it is very essential to how they feel in their own personal freedom. At the same time, gun violence from city murders to mass shootings has been a constant debate in Congress and state legislatures have been trying to figure out how to limit Americans' access to such firearms. However, do understand there are several reasons why um, Americans' experience and attitudes towards guns have been very argumentative, and a lot of data has been collected on these situations regarding the guns. There are several reasons. There's some information that was collected by the Pew Center Research Center. Um, Again, 3 out of 10 Americans say they personally own a gun, and additionally, another 11% indicate that they know someone who does. At the top of the list for this is protection. This is the reason why many gun enthusiasts and owners indicate as to why they own a firearm. It is for their protection. So you're looking at about 65% to 71%, respectively, according to the Pew report, that indicates that this is why they own a firearm. So it doesn't matter where they necessarily live. It can be urban, suburban, and even rural areas. We as Americans are more than likely to cite the reason of owning a gun for the purpose of protection. On the flip side of it, many Americans indicate that they would like to have stricter gun laws on the books. And this has became an issue over the last several years due to the ongoing and widespread gun violence that has been running rampant in our nation. You have such incidents as the Columbine shooting, you have the Vegas mass shooting, you have the uh, shooting in South Carolina with the church. There are many different incidents that have taken place that has a lot of people on edge when it comes to what should we or how should we go about controlling guns. Personally, I believe guns are necessary. It is also something that's protected by our constitutional rights to own guns. The thing about this, with the Republicans and the Democrats, it goes back and forth. A lot of things are very divisive when it comes to who wants what and how. However, there are certain things that are agreeable between both parties. So it's not a total split as far as how things should go. They do want to make some proposals that would favor stricter background checks for private gun sales and at sales at gun shows. The thing about this, Americans are also divided when it comes to these stricter gun laws? Will the gun laws, if they became stricter, would it make mass shootings fewer, or would they just make them go away totally? Um, Actually, majority of the mass shootings have occurred due to legally purchased firearms. Majority of these firearms were legally purchased by the individuals who did the shootings, or by someone that they knew. So, does stricter laws help the situation? The answer is more than likely no. Stricter laws are not going to stop the shootings from occurring. It is more or less along the lines of a mental standpoint as far as how people choose to utilize these firearms. There are many situations in which firearms have saved many lives, and they will continue to do so for years to come. And when you speak to the families that have been able to protect their families at night from such things as burglaries, or such things as self-protection. There was a incident some time ago where a elderly couple were walking, and they were assaulted, and he was licensed to carry a firearm, and he utilized his firearm to protect him and his spouse from further abuse from these two suspects. So if you are a family member of one of those individuals that was in a position to either utilize a firearm or had someone there to utilize a firearm, you would count yourself as grateful, because a legally purchased and licensed firearm saved lives that day. It is unfortunate that lives are taken by firearms. However, at the same time, those that are here and have had firearms used for the sole purpose of protection are very fortunate. So, in closing, firearms, no matter what laws you have, bad people are going to use them, as well as good people. Hopefully, these guns are in the right hands for the right time. Have a good evening.